Ah, shit. This Bottle Rocket episode has been brought to you by BRG Events.
And by our patrons. Find out more at patreon.com/BottleRocketGaming. On this episode of the podcast, we've got a full dance card with NachoPandaa back again to keep us up to date on what's going on in the esports world. Kirrok is back to let us know what the game releases are for this week. Newsflash, not many. And Tuoff joins us to keep us up to date on what's going on in the news world, as well as to talk more about this year's Game Awards. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BRG Podcast with your host, myself, WarpedJester, and always, to my left, always impatiently waiting for the polar bears to come south.
Hey, it's me, Kirrok, guys.
How you doing, Kirrok?
Excellent, thank you.
Well, that's a good thing. He's still alive. So the polar bears
Yeah.
haven't got you yet.
No. We have, we build a wall. It's like an igloo. No,
Wait,
I'm just kidding.
Who pays for the polar bears? Pay for the wall?
Oh!
Anyways, hey, we're not here to talk about the politics of polar bears, actually. We are here to bring you all the most interesting and fascinating topics, news, and bits and bytes about the gaming world, tech news, a little bit of media, a little bit of other things for you. And to help us out tonight, he's back once again. You know him, you love him, the great, the wonderful NachoPandaa.
Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going, man?
That's going good, man. How you been?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. I've been just grinding away and enjoying life, you know?
So everybody gets to enjoy your level company because you're on every other week with your esports, but we don't actually get to talk on the podcast very often. So make sure we start bringing it back a little more often, maybe like once a month or so, just to kind of catch us up on things. A little bit of a long form of esports.
I like the sound of that, man.
Right,
I'm definitely in.
We'll make that happen. Also, guys, tonight we've got a couple of special people joining us. I don't mean like helmet wearing special this time. I mean actual like pretty cool peeps.
Oh, no, special.
I was going to say, yeah, don't correct yourself on
we're
that. Right.
All right, Tuoff right below Kirrok. These guys are streamers on Twitch. You've got Mitch and Brooke. You can figure out which one's which. You'd probably be wrong, but nevertheless.
It's all the same. Or one.
So we're going to get to know you guys a little more on the latter half of the show here, but I do want to say thank you for joining us today. So we're going to go ahead and pop your cherries and take you in to the speed bits. We'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? It's Kirrok here. So, in case you haven't heard, BRG is hosting a month-long event for the month of December called Freeview. This month's game, Paladins. Freeview is basically where the BRG community comes together and they play a free-to-play game. They play the crap out of that game, and then by the end of the month, they get together a la round table style and review that game. It's pretty cool. Anyone is welcome to come, as all events are open to all members and newcomers alike. Okay, so this is the part where you get a piece of paper and pen and write down the dates. Freeview kickoff is Friday, December 1st at 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. The second event is being taking place on Sunday, December 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the third event is on Saturday, December 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the actual round table where you guys sit down and discuss everything, that's taking place Saturday, December 30th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this and I've piqued your interest, you can check out our website at the link on the screen, and you can even go into the Discord channel and speak to us directly. All right, welcome back, everybody. So we're in the part of the show that's the Speedy Bits, where we cover some topics, and I'm going to begin this off. Super Mario Odyssey glitches make a game that is fantastic, even more fantastic. There's a few people online who have been posting glitches that they've been finding in the game. One of them is a popular quirk by a Twitter person named NachoPandaa, where in a multiplayer mode, one player accidentally killed Mario off and went on as playing as Cappy, which is weird. I haven't played the game yet. Yeah, so I don't know. Another bug is where the entire game locks up when Mario attempts to capture an enemy that was already in the process of dying. So this one's hard to reproduce because you have to have those conditions met, but basically the game locks up because you throw out Cappy to take over, but the character is dying. And a final glitch is Mario jumping off a cliff, causing a pillar to clip through a cliff wall, making it possible for Mario to climb back up to safety. Crazy little things. I haven't seen the videos. I'd like to check them out.
Sounds like fun. I guess. I'm not even sure where to go with that, to be honest with you. But so YouTube heads of gaming think Nintendo could, can work better with the creators for monetization. Hi, Mr. Pot, calling Mr. Kettle black. Of all the fucking people in the world that are gonna fucking come crying about how Nintendo treats their creators, I'm a little confused with YouTube and what people do. So just so you guys know, in case you didn't know, the way things work right now with Nintendo is if you put anything up of Nintendo's, it will get flagged. It will be demonetized. You're not going to get shit for it, just so you know. But there is an exception to that. If you join Nintendo's Creators Club, then you can then post videos, pre-recorded videos onto YouTube and makes a lesser amount of money. You're already getting a 40-60 split between YouTube. They get the 60, you get the 40. And then on top of that, you're taking a further cut because of Nintendo taking their slice out of your ass as well. So, long story short, you get a lot less out of it. There's a little interesting quirk to this, though, is they added a new proviso that with YouTube having the ability to live stream, they said very specifically, you are not allowed to live stream Nintendo content, period. You can record it, we put it up recorded, but not live stream for some strange reason. So your options are be a part of the Creators Club or don't be and stream.
Yeah.
It's of all people, YouTube. There's such shit
doesn't make
fucks when it
sense.
comes to. Yeah. Anyways, I digress. Hey Brooks, StarCraft, any news there?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Eh?
Yes, StarCraft 2 launches a free version of Rock, Paper, and Shotgun. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Rock, Paper, Shotgun is the guys who did the article.
Oh, okay. Well.
It's all good.
Blizzard has launched their free version of StarCraft 2 with full single-player campaign and multiplayer. This is pretty cool since you'll be able to play the whole Wings of Liberty from 2010. Oh, I actually bought it like a long time ago.
Yeah,
And then
luckily for you,
yes,
if you already
you know.
bought
now I
Wings of
can play
Liberty,
it for free.
you actually get the next one, which is the Swarm, for free.
Yeah, which
So-
I did already.
Yes, I paid for Wings of Liberty too. And since
Yeah.
we already have it, they're going to give us the next one for free. So all you got to do is pay for the Protoss one, you're golden.
Oh, that's awesome.
It works out well.
Well, if you had already bought the game, but not the expansion Heart of the Swarm, you should be getting an email from Blizzard asking you to claim Heart of the Swarm for free. Oh, okay. So that's
At least they
exactly
tell
what
you
you're
about it,
talking
and then they're just
Yeah,
like, oh,
it's-
by the way, yeah, this never happened. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
and then you just never know.
I want to get a big group of us together and do this game because I used to love
Oh,
the game of
God.
StarCraft a lot. You on
I
board
will
with me
make
for
su-
that one, man? Come on, Nacho. You know you want to.
If you want to lose, I will gladly be on your team. But if you want to win, you'll join my team when we're talking about PUBG. Now, you guys, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds has just implemented in their server, or in their test server, the new vaulting system and new ballistics hits test server.
Ballistics
So,
hits?
Yeah, so like bullet drop, different things like that,
Yeah.
how bullets are affected on the character, they've updated it. And you guys, whoever, if you know about PUBG, you know that there are a lot of issues that have just been kind of coming and going, and they've been patching it over the last year. Well, they had a test period run for about 24 hours where people were able to play in the test server with the new system that will let people jump over shore walls, climb in and out of buildings.
And who tried that?
And who tried that? This guy did. I streamed it. And you guys, I got to say, this is very huge. It's huge. It's game changing. And it's going to bring a new perspective into the way that people not only play PUBG, but how they strategize for esports, which is starting to become a more commonplace thing. So you guys, I got to say, this is exciting. Very exciting news for the world of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Obviously, this was only a test server, and it only ran for 24 hours, but it's showing sign that we're getting very close to the launch of that patch.
All right. Put a cool towel on.
Sounds like you like that game just a little too much.
No such thing.
If only it were free.
Yeah, it does cost, was it $30 to play the game, but they got to make money.
It's too fast on the Xbox because you'd be able to get gift cards if you could.
It is coming out for the Xbox One, Mitch.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's coming out soon. But I guess that brings us to our next point, to the Microsoft's rolling out gifting of games, and I guess Xbox Live too, and Game Passes. Shit, they're just doing everything. So I guess we kind of just got, like, on Steam, people have been gifting us a couple things here and there, and that's really cool that Microsoft is going to do it too. It seems like a no-brainer, and it seems like, there's money to be made on that, and it'll be nice to just be able to give people gifts.
Yeah, Steam's had it for a while, so it just makes sense.
It's like, hey, I don't have this game. You want to play with me? Here's the game. No excuse.
And then they still never play it.
Yeah, it's true.
I know what else somebody wants. I think Nacho wants a new keyboard.
I am a sucker for new tech, especially when it comes to my favorite brand, Razer. Like those who watch my stream know, I am a Razer fanboy. If you look at my desk, it's chromed out. It's chromed out. Everything's all light and illuminated. Well, you guys, Razer's latest keyboard is changing the game. It can now survive spilled beverages.
I'll be perfect.
So the days of dropping your Red Bulls, your Slurpees, all that stuff, throw it out the window. Those days are no more. Now, you guys, with the latest keyboard from Razer, it is built like this. It's the new Black Widow Ultimate. So they're giving the device has a rating of IP54, which is kind of a water-resistant rating. It's not enough to dunk into the pool, so your gameplay, your PC gaming will have to stay indoors. You can't do your poolside gaming, but it will be resistant to spills on the keyboard, and the unit is available right now for $110 in the US. And that
the
obviously,
problem with that is, we know, is it's not the fact that somebody has spilled on it. The fact that it's all sticky and nasty. Now you gotta go wash
After.
it.
Yeah.
take it out with a pressure washer. You're good.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I want to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, let's change gears here real quick. Let's go ahead and check out some media news. To start us off here, Amazon is set to do a Lord of the Rings TV series. I'm a little scared and a little excited at the same time here, because it'll be interesting to see what they can do with the Lord of the Rings. So basically, this is actually Amazon paid $250 million to get the rights to J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, the actual world of Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
And are going to make a TV series based on it. So where this is going to lie in kind of the timeline with the movies, I'm not entirely sure about. But it'll be interesting. It'll be see what kind of level they can go with it, because let's say facts. The movies are pretty monumental and very detailed and very visually pleasing. So it's a tall order to keep up with that.
You know who else is working on something like it? Well, not TV series, movie. Nintendo. Nintendo might be making an animated Super Mario Brothers movie. This is reported by Engadget, and Nintendo's rumored to be working on this with Illumination Entertainment. Basically, they're bringing an animated movie to the beloved franchise, and people hear about this. Their initial reactions, understandably, kind of like to cringe because of the big mess that was back in 1993, the live-action Super Mario Brothers.
That was so good.
That was a great movie.
You know what? I never watched it, but I know
so corny.
I've seen bits and pieces.
Corny is certainly the word.
All I can say is let's hope that they do a better job this time. Yeah,
I think it being animated is going to make it.
Oh, it's gonna make it much better.
That's going to be better than
Yeah.
live. So
Awkward.
he's in his element.
Live action people.
Former plumber, Italian plumber.
Hey, when it comes to making shit up, the Russians are good at it too, aren't they?
Oh yeah. So I guess Russia posts a video game screenshot as proof of the U.S. helping ISIS. I can't even
Say that with a
imagine
straight
why-
face.
I know, it's so hard.
They did what?
The ministry claimed the image showed an IS convoy leaving a Syrian town last week aided by U.S. forces. Instead, it came from the smartphone game AC-130 Gunship Simulator Special Ops Squadron.
That's a
Wow,
good
this
one.
is-
That sounds fun.
Sounds legit.
That's great.
Super beautiful.
Fake news.
The ministry said an employee had mistakenly attached the photo that said the mistaken photo was closely cropped to admit the game controls and on-screen information. How convenient.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So as not to give away the fact that they're bald-faced liars.
Which is pretty much how they've kind of been running their system. So, more power to them. Yeah, it was an accident. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think they
False.
realized they pushed it too far and realized that not people are not even that stupid. Although we are pretty fucking stupid. Proof and point. The FCC is planning to vote to overturn U.S. net neutrality. Now, guys, we have talked about this before. I want to take a quick moment to give you guys a refresher on this because this is very important. And sadly, at this point, there really isn't much of anything we can do. So, if you remember, you go way back to the last administration, Obama administration put in place to basically put all of the ISPs under Type 2 or Title 2 classification, which makes them a utility, which gives them certain protections and rights to have a monopolistic access, but they're highly regulated, so they can't take advantage of and jack prices. Ajit Pai, this wonderful, delectable moron that is now the head of the FCC, has systematically been going through and trying to dismantle this. And here's a few things for you to keep in mind. They've already done an initial vote to move forward with the idea of removing what Obama's administration has done.
Yeah.
And the curiosity about this is they opened this up to public statement for everybody to chime in and give their feelings on it. And there was a very interesting balance of people for and against Ajit Pai's position to remove what had been done. The funny thing about that is the vast majority of the side agreeing with Ajit seem to be all canned and identical. If you remove all those identical responses, you have a 98% against this. Now, the funny thing is that certain key individuals have asked for a public record of the email addresses that of the people that supposedly sent in we support Ajit on this, and FCC bold-faced ignored it, which they can't do because in this country, Freedom of Information Act means they have to
provide.
So they're going to court about it, and basically at this point what they're doing is they're sandbagging till after this vote. So they can say, look, there was equal feelings about this, so we're going to probably vote the way we want to vote in the first place. So long story short, there is a good chance that we're going to have this overturned, and it goes one step further in that the way they're trying to dismantle this will actually make it much, much harder to go back to it in a future administration. So they're making sure to roll everybody back across the bridge and blow up the bridge in the process. Sad, but again, I want to make sure you guys were aware of this. This guy right here is a dumb shit. I mean, seriously.
That's putting it very kindly.
Well, he thinks free market's gonna make everything go better, and it's not. Well, that's topic for another day. Anyways, guys, let's wrap up our speed bits. So we're gonna go ahead and get moving on.
Okay, guys, welcome back to another game releases with me, Kirok, for Bottle Rocket Gaming. Guys, this week, just like a couple weeks back, there's only one title. That's crazy, man. Sometimes there's too many, sometimes there's just not enough. All right, guys, so your first and only game is out on November 22nd. It is called The Impatient. It is a PSVR exclusive title. Basically, it's a VR horror / thriller. The game has an eerie and dark atmosphere, and it is actually set in the same universe as Until Dawn, only it's 60 years prior to the Until Dawn events. The game takes you back to Blackwood Pines Sanatorium in the 1950s, and you're a patient there in the sanatorium, and you don't know who you are or how you got there, and your memories start to betray you, and you're trying to piece together where and how you got there and who you are. I mean, this places you right in the VR element that just makes this amazing, because it's gonna freak the shit out of you, trust me. And that's all, guys. I know there was only one this week. I hope you guys don't mind. It actually does look like a pretty good game, but thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into the main topic tonight. And the main topic tonight is going to be the Game Awards. Now, if you haven't heard about this, don't feel too bad. Many people haven't. But luckily for us, our in-house expert, Kirok, is going to tell us a little bit about it. So take it away, Kirok.
So, the Game Awards is basically a ceremony honoring achievements in the video game industry. Backstory is Game Awards was initially started by a Canadian journalist by the name of Jeff Keighley? I can't even pronounce his name. He worked on the Game Awards predecessor, which was the Skype Video Awards, for about 10 years. Skype Video Awards ran from 2003 to about 2014, and then due to dwindling popularity, it kind of fell apart. Jeff had left already by this time because it had been focusing more on commercial rather than the game industry. And so he went off to kind of find financial backing from others to start the Game Awards, which is what's happening now. And just to give you guys an idea who's backing this, there are manufacturers such as Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and AMD. There's also a bunch of developers that are backing, like Electronics Art, Activision, Rockstar Games, Telltale Games, Ubisoft, and even Valve. So it's pretty cool. This year, the actual Game Awards show is happening December 7th, 2017, and it's been going on for about 3 years. And just to give you guys, there's a whole bunch of different categories, and we're going to go over some of the categories for the nominees in 2017. But to give you an idea, in the last 3 years, who were the winners? In other words, I'm going to concentrate on just Game of the Year. 2014 was Dragon Age Inquisition. 2015 was The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which I know you guys have played. Yeah, two
on that right now.
Oh, you are? Right on. And in 2016, last year, was Overwatch. So that kind of gives you a bit of a foundation regarding the Game Awards and where it came from and where it's at and what's going on with it now. So
now there are a lot of awards, as Kirok said, and we're not going to be able to go through all of them and give you kind of an idea.
There's
here.
A ton.
Yeah, when it comes to options, you see right here, we've got a huge list of different ones. So we've picked out a few of the favorites that we have interest in, or have interesting games that are going into. So we're going to be covering Best Art Direction, Best VR AR, Best Multiplayer, Best Esport Game, for obvious reasons. Then we'll also check out the Game of the Year, as well as Most Anticipated. So we're going to dive into that here. So let's go ahead and start off with the Best Art Direction. And I like this one personally because a couple of the names that came up in this list here that I find absolutely fascinating is Destiny 2, which is a pretty nice-looking game, to say the least. Cuphead, which has been touted as being just absolutely amazing for its art style and its look to it. Legend of Zelda's Breath of the Wild, which is the big name on the street for that new console that came out this year, the NX. Everybody knows the NX.
The NX.
But also Persona 5, as well as Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, just out of curiosity, does anybody have any kind of particular favorites for themselves or bets on who's going to get what?
You know, I'm going to chime in real quick because I think this is going to be a clear winner. As much as I love all of the games, I mean, I haven't played Persona 5 or Horizon Zero Dawn. I know I've watched gameplay, but I think just by sheer like nostalgia and just how small of a studio they were, I think Cuphead is going to win Best Art Direction. I mean, they took such a simple game concept and threw it back to the 1940s, but made it so current. Like the gameplay is so current and so like kind of modernized that it's like it's a mashup of two generations into one epic game. I think they're going to win it.
Artistically, they really do stand out.
It was beautiful. It was very beautiful. Yeah. Exactly.
And they're making a lot of salt, which I think is very important.
They're contributing to their community, which is you love to see that for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'll be curious because I'll be honest with you. The Cuphead looks amazing. I've not played any of these games myself, but Cuphead looks amazing for the gameplay I've seen, and Horizon Zero Dawn looks amazing too. It's
I played it.
Very, very neat to see. So there's some things, and I've also seen some of the Persona 5. And of course, Legend of Zelda and Destiny 2. But it's just, I don't know, they're all really good games. I'll be happy with any one of these guys taking the award. But yeah, I feel like Cuphead is definitely a favored one in this one.
I'm in agreement, definitely. Actually. Yeah, you could tell a lot of heart went into it, poured right into it.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's go ahead and check out some other ones here. So the next one we're going to talk about is the best VR AR. Now, I've played a little bit of VR over at House Nexus, my friend's house, but I haven't played any of these games. But I know somebody who has played some of them.
Yes. So on the list, I'll go through them. One of the nominees for Best AR VR is Super Hot VR. The other one is Star Trek Bridge Crew. Another one is Lone Echo Arena, which is actually a popular esports one.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. Farpoint, which is on PSVR, and then Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which is available on Steam, but as VR, I think it's only for PSVR, but I could be mistaken about that. I played the Super Hot. I played it, streamed it, posted it online, and it is right now. You know how I like horseshoes, hot dogs, and hand grenades as a VR game, even though it's not a game? This one is like right there with it or close second. It is probably one of my favorite games. Makes you feel like a superhero. It's really awesome.
Well, when you talk about VR and augmented reality and all that, I mean, that's kind of what they want to do is they want to take you out of your, shitty life or whatever that may be and put you into the embodiment of something badass. And I think Super Hot may just actually do it.
It's very possible. It's interesting because there's a non-VR version of it, which I've seen played. And that was interesting.
Yes.
Then they had the VR version. I'm watching Kirok play that, and that was kind of off. For Mitch and Brooke, have you guys played any VR AR games yet?
I haven't played any virtual reality games yet, but nor do I really know anyone who even has any VR, except for KirrokCraft, who has the PS4 VR. But I
obviously you need to come over to our house and play with Kirok. Right?
You gotta
Only
get
if I'm
it
allowed
right.
to break the green screen.
It's okay. I got extra green paper to patch it up.
There we
We can do it.
Fair enough.
But imagine playing something like Resident Evil 7. Would you guys play something like that? Because it's like super scary and freaky.
I mean, I would personally, because it's like there's like something different about like VR that it's like I've heard reports that it's like you're right there. So like when
Like
something's
it's
scary,
virtual reality?
Like it's virtual
Yeah.
reality.
It's like reality, but virtual.
Go figure.
Happens. You don't like everything else is like blacked out, and you've got like tunnel vision. It's like, oh man, that's a monster. Wow, that's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
But, like-
the thing about it is that you really you can't explain it. You really have to actually go experience it to understand it. And it very much is not a tunnel experience. Your vision is completely filled, and it's very immersive. It's actually a lot of fun. So I definitely do encourage that. Another thing I do encourage as well also is multiplayer. And on that list, we actually have a pretty good call out here for games, which I'm really curious about because they've got Fortnite.
Fortnite?
The stem of some new controversy. They've got Call of Duty, World War II, Splatoon, which is very popular. Then in addition to that, in the second line here, we've got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which, I mean, everybody loves Mario Kart, so shock of shocks. Destiny 2 is back on the roster, and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. So
we know which one Nacho likes or wants.
Yeah, Splatoon 2, obviously.
Well, but here's the thing: these are all popular games in their own right.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, my initial thought is I can see a clear winner here. But before I go spoiling it, I want to get other people's opinions here. So, Mitch, you're looking at a list like this. First of all, have you played any of these games?
I played Fortnite, only the Battle Royale. I've played maybe, I don't want to lie, maybe an hour's worth, and it was fun.
Okay.
They're definitely ripping off PUBG, which I know that's a bunch of the controversy. But I think they're improving on it, which is, and Nacho, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's something that's interesting and it's a different level of the game. Don't get me started on Destiny. That's a whole nother show. If you spend a 30-minute show on. I think I'm still burned like an ex-girlfriend from the first one.
Fair enough.
But I mean, if I had to give it to one, I think it would be Fortnite, just because I mean the original version of that was a little different, and then they came out with something that kind of ripped off someone else, but did a little different.
It looks cleaner though.
And it's free. I mean, come on.
But it's
I love
not
it.
ripping off. I won't go into it. In any case, fair enough. Brooke, what about you? Have you played any of these games?
I mean, I watched Mitch play Fortnite.
No.
No, okay. Is there a horse in this race, do you think?
I mean,
I feel like you can't answer if you haven't played them. You know what I mean?
well, I mean, I've
Yeah,
seen
Well, I mean, you could be like,
I mean, you guys
aware
are on
of the
Twitch.
games.
You guys see what's going on there. We all see what's being posted on YouTube. We see what's popular out there, and these are all to their own right very popular games. And Fortnite is a bit new, and I think that's going to hinder him a bit in terms of playing favorites or not. Kirok.
I'm going to go with PUBG. Call of Duty is... I'm going with PUBG because I like PUBG. I think Call of Duty might actually take it because it's the same old, but that's the reason I won't go with that, because it's the same old.
Yeah, see, I
saying?
think PUBG is probably going to be the runaway just because it is so damn popular and just kind of crazy popular for being a game that's not officially out yet. That gets kind of off the hook. And I already know what Nacho's going to say, so I'm not going to bother with him. But what I am going to bother with him about, actually, is going to be the best esports game.
Aha.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. So obviously you know that I like to cover esports and everything esports related. So naturally it makes sense that I would cover this. So you guys, we have actually 5 games in the running for best esports game. First, we have Rocket League by Psyonix. So you guys, it's kind of an up-and-comer, but I think it's got a really strong showing. We got League of Legends, which everybody knows about League of Legends. We have the predecessor to that. We have Dota 2. We have Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and of course, you can't have an esports without Overwatch. Yes.
There's your winner.
And I don't know, man. They're like all of these games I think have such a strong reason for being the best esports. I mean, I think the one game that may not get it this year, or that has the least chance, is going to be Rocket League, but I think in the upcoming years, it's going to start becoming more of a household esport game. It built a lot of momentum this year through televised events, support. But, I mean, it's hard to put Rocket League up against, juggernauts like Dota 2, League of Legends, and Counter-Strike. Overwatch, I think,
but they've been around
is
forever,
still very early.
thing. That's what it feels like.
Exactly.
It feels like League of Legends, Dota, and Counter-Strike are just kind of old school, always
forever.
there. If there's going to be anybody that should be in the running for this year's best of this category, it should be, I want it to be Rocket League. I want it to be Rocket League because there's nothing more e-sport about a fucking soccer game with fucking RC cars. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, let's be real here. That said, Overwatch, come on.
I know you.
Come on.
But see,
I think it's going to be Overwatch. I mean,
so
they're
Overwatch.
it's not just that they're doing an esport. They're actually making moves to like where professional NFL teams are trying to eat up and make actual teams out of Overwatch. I mean, I think that alone is making strides for esports in general. I mean, just me. I mean, I've never been into esports, but to see it like, hey, NFL teams are trying to get into this, I'm like, okay, this must be a thing, and it's Overwatch.
Okay, yeah, but you're absolutely right. To that point, the thing is League of Legends, Dota, Counter-Strike, all the ones, they've been around forever, and esports has lived in obscurity behind the juggernaut that is real sports. What is really fan the flames in this category and in this whole realm is more modern games like Overwatch, like Rocket League. These are the games that are actually making esports so notable that NFL wants to get in on it. That they actually want to make this mainstream and start actually fleshing it out. I mean, as it is right now, esports is still trying to get their sea legs. Nobody understands esports in terms of what teams are, what seasons are, etc. We have Nacho on with us trying to unfuck that whole situation for us mild-mannered people to
the point
understand.
where I don't think it's possible.
No, it's difficult at best.
It's tough.
But Overwatch is one of those games that has made it mainstream. Not just their game, but the whole esports
Overwatch
category.
they'll probably win this category, but I'm with you, Warped. I think Rocket League should I want Rocket League to, because it's also going to be, Rocket League is cross-platform, right?
Yes,
Overwatch is not. Yeah.
Well, almost fully cross-platform.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Certain people, sorry. Still having problems playing nice with everybody else. But anyways, I digress. Hey, couple more categories we want to hit on here. This was probably the most important one of all, of course, which is Game of the Year. Now, again, we've already talked about every one of these in one of the
other categories, yeah.
But Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which quite frankly set itself up to be the premier, the best, the most notable game on Nintendo's platform, period. And then the second one came out, Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
And that game has made some big waves. Like, so much so that you actually see the news about Zelda just kind of wasting away. So it's been popular. It's been hugely popular. And then beyond that, you've got PlayerUnknown Battleground, which again is a huge hit with people for the battle royale style gameplay for a game that again is not officially out. Everybody and their mothers on. Hell, each round is taking 100 people in at a time to do some shoot 'em up. Those right there. That's a big list. Now there is also Persona 5.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I'll be honest with you, Persona 5, at least to me, being a news person, has made a lot bigger waves, pissing off the people playing it. More so than being a notable game. To be honest with you, it's notable for being assholes more than anything else. And then Horizon Zero Dawn, which again is a beautiful game, but I'm not really sure it's got legs against the top 3 here.
I agree. Right. I played Horizon all the way through. It's actually a great game, memorable, very well put together, but I agree 100%. I would say Breath of the Wild would probably take the cake here, but my heart lies with PUBG. Hang on one thing. And as Mitch said earlier before we started recording, the problem that a lot of people are going to have with that game, PUBG, that is that it is an incomplete game.
True.
For Game of the Year. So.
Well, when you look at the description of this category, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields, there are a shit ton of technical issues with PUBG, and they're always updating it. There's a lot of changes to the game, so that I think right there, that part of the category really kind of hinders PUBG.
Okay, but if you want to go by that, best experience across all creative and technical fields. Has PUBG had a bad experience with some of the quirks to it?
See, I got into PUBG a little bit later into the the hype of it, so I missed a lot of what may have been a downfall to the game early. What I think it's gonna be a coin flip between Super Mario and Zelda, just the two namesake brands from Nintendo.
Right. Yeah.
And they both like the second you unbox it, put the game in, they're just beautiful games. They're super you get a lot of playtime out of it. They're just really fun to play, and I think that is what makes Game of the Year. It's not just that
The thing is, you're talking about two completely different experiences in terms of console games, which are quote unquote finished and polished before they go out, versus PC games, which now have shifted everything completely backwards to the point where you're playing. Like almost
you're playing beta for the first
yeah. I mean, so PUBG definitely has that issue in the fact that they are still beta, still not released, and already into this Game Awards. So it makes it for a different feeling.
Well, I mean and they may win other categories, but I think for Game of the Year and what is expected for Game of the Year, I think it should go to a game that right out the door is an incredible experience and that has very low technical issues. And I think those two games are perfect examples of that. So in this category, I think PUBG is not ready. Maybe next year, we'll see. But
come around again, sure.
Yeah. They're here to stay.
Released? Like, are they ever going to be? Is it ever going to come out of the beta alpha it's in?
Yeah, when it comes out on Xbox, man.
There you go.
Then I'll get to play. Cool.
Perfect. One last category for you guys, real quick here. That is most anticipated game. We've got an interesting list here. So there is The Last of Us Part 2, as well as Red Dead Redemption Part 2. Then Monster Hunter World, which, Marvel Spider-Man, which I'm going to say a big old fart on that one. Give me a fucking break. And then Gods of War. I'll be honest with you. I've seen a lot of the press and preview and whatnot of these games, and again, I've never played the predecessors to the ones that have predecessors, so okay. Red Dead seems very promising, and it's got a lot of hype. There is a lot of anticipation for it. Last of Us as well. Monster Hunter, not so much. Gods of War, I've heard a lot of interest in. I honestly, for the life of me, I do not understand how, in fuck's sake, Marvel's Spider-Man got onto this list.
Because it's Spider-Man. Apparently everybody likes Spider-Man.
It's a household name.
Spider-Man.
You should see the swinging physics of the game, man. it's gonna change
You can swing
everything.
It's got webs and
I
you're a
got something to
spider
swing
guy.
from.
When I first laid eyes on that game, it looked like a reskin to one of the Batman Arkham games.
Seriously.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
it is a button mash. Press B
Yeah.
now rapidly. Do toggle back and forth rapidly. Press C.
But there's quick time events too. What?
Everybody loves quick events.
That's
Dude.
the best part of the game.
Okay,
The game should just be a quick time
honestly,
event.
Brooke, which one of these is going to be the winner?
Last of Us 2. Like, hands down.
Hands,
Last of Us
hands down, really?
Like, yeah,
Nice.
no,
Mitch,
I...
you're in agreement with this?
No, I'm gonna say Last of Us 2 is an exclusive to PS4, right? So
Yeah.
therefore, people who don't have PS4 don't even know
Well,
about it or
incentive to pick
care. I think Red Dead Redemption, which is cross on everything, you can play it on any system. I think that's gonna be. That's gonna take it.
I'm with you on that as well.
Yeah,
I
I
did-
think Red Dead is gonna do it too.
Unless you're
'Cause I played both The Last of Us and I played both Red Dead Redemption, the first one, and they're both fantastic games. And my heart lies with The Last of Us, to be honest, because I think it's
Feels are
a fantastic
insane.
game.
Fair enough.
To me, story is everything. But Red Dead Redemption, I think you're right, Mitch. I think it's gonna take it.
Well, and kind of to touch on that as well, is both The Last of Us Part 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2 they're probably going to have the best story like campaigns to date. But I think what gives Red Dead Redemption a little bit more of an edge in the most anticipated is the fact that they have multiplayer like
In there as well.
in there as well, where The Last of Us Part 2, they really, I mean, there wasn't any in the first game, I believe.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even remember it. I don't play for.
But
But-
that's that to each his own, though. Some people
But-
appreciate.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that helps contribute to the anticipation of a game like Red Dead Redemption 2. But I honestly, I want to give some love to I think is the dark horse in this category, and that is God of War. I think they have created such a strong following just with their kind of their lore and their story, the way that they built their game, and just how gory they made it in such an early time for, you know, console gaming.
PS2, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they might turn
Yeah,
some
they have
heads,
a whole
especially
shot.
as we see. Yeah, they have a, it's a long shot, but I think they do have a
wouldn't
shot, and I
call it
want to
that.
give my
The top three are going to be Last of Us, Red Dead, and God of War. I think those guys
Totally.
are the top contenders. The other two, I don't think are going to make the cut even remotely. So
No,
that's my
no.
thought. Anyways, guys, I do want to certainly hear from you guys what your thoughts are and opinions are. So do us a favor, go through the list, see what you think, and go ahead and leave your comments and thoughts in the comments area down below, and let us know what your thoughts are. And we'll see what comes of it. We'll try to do a little follow up on this after it's out, and let you know probably in January, just because we're probably going to be MIA until then. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to get moving. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy NachoPandaa, and tonight, you guys, we got some awesome stories to go through. We're going to talk about some crazy, cool stuff happening in the esports world. We got some stuff happening this weekend, so we're going to be covering that tonight, you guys. So stay tuned. We're going to get right into it. Let's do it. We're going to do it right now. All right, you guys, before we get into our main story, I want to cover something that I think is really cool in the world of esports, and for those that are really just unfamiliar with where to watch esports, you guys, I've stumbled across a Twitter page for Twitch that tells you exactly what games are playing, when, what weekends, what time, all the information, and what channel to watch it on, you guys. That is right. I'm going to put the Twitter page right up here, and I highly suggest checking it out. Give them a follow, especially if you want to know more about what esports are playing when, because there are just so many different games playing across the board any given weekend. So you guys, this is a really great way to stay up on what games are playing and what you want to watch when. Now, to get into our main story, you guys, the reason why you want to check this out, we are going to be covering IEM Oakland, which is Intel Extreme Masters Oakland, sponsored by or hosted by ESL, which is another company, another esports company, their esports league. So you guys, we're going to go into the games that are going to be playing, what teams are going to be playing, and just what our impressions. Now, Counter-Strike is always kind of the game that you'll see at a lot of these tournaments. But you guys, the second game that I think is very exciting, that I think you guys might want to check out as well, is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. That is right, you heard me correct. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is going to be hosted by IEM,
as a team event. Now, this is kind of interesting because the team event really has been kind of, I think, it's been kind of just not present. So we are going to get to see a really, really good taste of what to expect in team tournaments. So I'm going to put the list of teams right here because there are 20 different teams competing for $200,000. Now, this is kind of a low prize pool, but this esport is very new. So the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds kind of field is still being developed. There's still a lot of stuff that need to be figured out. But for this tournament, you guys, the format is very simple. 20 teams will compete through 8 matches, and this will be a point-based system based off of the team's finishing position in each match and how many kills they accrue within each match. Now, they'll take the top teams, or the winner of the tournament will be decided by the final point score of the 8 matches that have been played. So this will be happening over both days. So we'll see 4 games on day 1 and 4 games on day 2. So you get 2 days of awesome PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds coverage. Now this is interesting because we're seeing very, very good teams come out of the woodworks, and I think this is going to be one for the books, you guys. I am excited to see some teams play. I have my personal opinions. I love TSM. I can't wait to watch them. But you guys, I want you to form your own opinions and check out some of these teams. There are so many good teams playing. I can't wait to watch it. Now, to get on to, we're going to talk about we're going to talk about the next game. It is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, you guys. This has kind of been their main piece throughout the years for their tournaments. Obviously, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO for short, has been around for some time. You know, it's just a common game. It's a very popular game. People love to play it, and esport has existed for just as long. So, you guys, there are we're not going to go too far into that just because it's been covered for so long. You know, if you have any information, you can always just Google it. It's really simple to find information about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So we're going to just go over quickly. We're going to show the teams right here, and we're going to go over the teams competing. Okay, so we are going to start with the first team, Astralis Esports. We got FaZe Esports, G2 Esports, SK Gaming, Cloud9, Team Liquid, Gambit, Ninjas in Pajamas, or NIP for short, the Mongols, Team NVS, and Optic Gaming. Those are the teams competing for Counter-Strike Glory. You will be seeing them compete, fighting their, you know what's off. So you guys, give them a check. Go check that out. Enjoy it. I think it's going to be an exciting weekend for PUBG. So you guys, that is our coverage for this weekend on esports. You know, it's very quick, very, very informative. So you guys, make sure to comment below if you have any other suggestions or other esports that you guys want to see covered. That'll let us know what we're doing and how we're doing. So make sure to also like this video, subscribe to this channel, you guys. Check out my personal Twitch page right here, you guys. I'm going to put it right there. And check out my Twitter as well, you guys. Thank you so much for checking out our video tonight, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, a great weekend. We'll see you on the next video. I am NachoPandaa. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Oh, shit. We done it. We done it again. We're done. We gotta wrap it up, guys. I'm sorry. But hey, you know what? Shit happens, and it'll always be next week, right? Anyways, guys, I do want to thank you very much for joining this fine evening. Of course, I want to say a very special thank you to our very special guest, Mitch and Brooke from Two Off.
Hey, that's us.
Hey, wow.
That is you. So tell us a little about you guys yourselves.
Well, we started streaming like 5 months ago.
Sure, yeah,
Something
that sounds
that.
right.
And then we got
good.
like really buckled down and started streaming every day like 3 or so months ago. But no, we've been together for like a year, and we have like every single console known to man and woman.
Perfect.
I don't know. I don't want to like exclude it.
Atari 2600.
But no, you have anything you want
Yeah, no, we do streams, and it's pretty cool.
to?
You do streams. This is true.
It's
And it's a little frustrating because you've been doing streams for how long again? A few months?
Yeah, 5
And you've
months.
got 3,200 followers.
Dude,
Yeah,
I watched them go like. It's
yeah,
amazing.
I think we're at like 3,000 now and change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just not
3,207.
counting.
You just got to watch one of their streams, then you'll get it.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
so.
Then it'd be like, oh, that's why.
In addition to that, you guys also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we do.
yeah. There's some old videos
God.
on there. They're basically our stuff before we started streaming. There's one in particular. If anyone is really wanting to watch some terrible
don't. Why
video,
would you promote
go watch
that?
the GG video.
No. Welcome.
Oh, I will be watching
have
that after
to-
this.
have-
Intro.
It's GG's intro.
Hey
I like
guys, DG here.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
There you go, guys. Head over to YouTube. Make sure you check that out. And if you guys want to keep up with these guys, we do have a couple of ways to do that. First of all, they do have a Twitter account, so you go over to the Twitters and just look for @2off. That's TWOOFF, and you'll find them there. They also do have that newfangled Instagram, so you can go see some wonderful pictures of them in their Rolling Rock. So definitely, gotta have Rolling Rock, right? and of course, they have the Book of Face. So if you want to follow them there, you can go over there.
We pretty much got everything you need. We got it.
Well,
Whatever you
except for
want.
Snapchat.
No Snapchat.
No
This is for
Snapchat.
booty calls.
Fuck, I've been missing out. Damn it.
I hear Shake's cane back there. He's gonna whip out a cane and just get off my
Oh,
lawn.
speaking of booty calls, we also have NachoPandaa with us tonight.
Yes. You guys know it.
Wait a
That's right. Yes.
He also does the streamy stuff.
I do a little bit of that twitching and whatnot, but I also do a lot of the podcast. So I'll do some esports. I know I'll be continuing to work on that. I got some stuff going on. I know this kind of holiday season, I will be taking some time off to kind of rework and revamp the channel. So you guys make sure to wait. Stay tuned for that.
Make
'cause
sure to
I got some
wait.
Make sure to wait. Hurry
Yeah, but
anticipation. I know. But yes, we got some stuff going on for the channel. You guys, I'm really excited. I don't want to say anything, but I'm really excited about it. And yeah, we'll just continue twitching and streaming.
And he'll, of course, leak all the information out slowly through encrypted messages, both through his Twitter account as well as Instagram account. So make sure you go and sub to both of those. Otherwise, you will not get the full picture. You will not know the secret until it's already out. So if you want to be one of the cool kids, you got to go to Twitter and Instagram.
That's right.
Got to check out this Instagram thing. And Kirok,
gotta
my
go.
friend.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's do a check here. Oh my God, there's still actually new shit coming out on the
Yeah, man.
YouTubes. I'm amazed.
Dude, I have Mafia videos all the way into March, one a week.
Wow. So we are all
But-
set up. We are hooped set up for Mafia. So you guys, if you haven't
Streaming it.
yeah, if you haven't been watching him on the live stream, catch him after the fact on YouTube. So I definitely encourage you to make sure you check out things there because he's actually got shit on there now. And that also includes the Super Hot, which is also nominated for VR games. So just saying. But your primary love now is in twitching. Everybody's
It
twitching
is.
now.
I've been twitching a lot more. I've been twitching a lot more lately. But now I kind of put Mafia aside just for a bit, and I'm concentrating on Call of Duty World War II on my new Xbox One X. So I've been streaming that and been enjoying the campaign immensely. But once I get through that, I'm going back to Mafia 3. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
All right.
And Wednesdays are VR.
Fair enough. And of course, you're still part of Project Singularity. People
Yeah.
doing well, I hope.
Yeah, very well. We got together
I
and
still
played.
want
It
to
was.
get them on. Like actually go
I
through the list
know.
and say
We got Hamnisu on. I'll see if I can get Crane or even Ruark. Well, you had Ruark on before.
we've had Rock on before,
Right.
but we
Yeah.
got Crane, we got Walden, we got a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, yeah.
Sloppy
Oh.
Canadian that you stole from me. Still sore about that one. Not gonna lie. And of course, last but not least, Hopalong Games, which are up to 12 subs now. So good on you
Yeah.
for that.
Thank you. So Hopalong Games, another episode's coming. I think a couple days after this episode airs. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
So again, guys, make sure you hit all these points. Make sure you follow these. I definitely encourage you to check out Hopalong Games because they're the new up and comers. That 2-off group, they're totally yesterday now. So it's all about Hopalong Games. And as always, guys, I do have things out on the web. If you just do a Google search for WarpedJester, all one word, chances are most of what you see there is probably going to be me. So if you're really curious about it, I do have a gaming channel and a regular channel. Find the links in the show notes below. But I really don't do a lot of stuff there right now. But I do a lot of stuff for Borrow Rocket Gaming, which I definitely encourage you to check out. And of course, You can go to BallRockGaming.com and check out our wonderful website. The best place for that is to go to the events page. You can see what events are coming up. We do have events coming up, a lot of events coming up, actually. We have some golf with friends, which is going to be some fun stuff they're doing on November 25th. So if you like playing games like that, definitely make sure you sign up for that, which, go over to the site, sign up for the event. Also, we're going to have our December month free view, which is going to be Paladins. Again, Paladins is a free-to-play alternative, a lot like Overwatch. So if you're into that kind of gaming, I definitely encourage you to join us for that. We'll be doing a kickoff event on December 1st, so definitely make sure you check that out. And since you are already here on our wonderful YouTube channel, I definitely encourage that you leave us a comment, as I said. Let us know what you think and give us some feedback on some of the topics we talked about. Of course, you can also hit that wonderful little sub button right there and let us know you love us and want to know when new things come out. There's a little bell icon if you want to click the belly thing. What the fuck ever. YouTube's gotten more silly about shit, so click this, poke that, stab this, what the fuck ever. Oh, I'm sorry, smash the button. That's that little kid.
Just
saying.
destroy
You gotta destroy that button.
Break it.
Fuck me. These kids these days, I don't get it.
Goddamn kids!
Goddamn it. Get off my lawn. And of course, as you guys know, we do have a Twitch alternative. So if you're into the live action type things going on, definitely head over there and check out what people are doing there. We do have a bunch of people who do stuff Monday through Friday, as well as special event stuff and whatnot. And again, if we're not actually live streaming something, then we're usually hosting somebody else who's doing something on their channel. Anybody who's a part of our BRG community, you usually try to host them, so you will see them playing. So definitely head over there and check that out. That is a lot of different quality things you can go check out on Twitch, on YouTube, on the Twitters, on Instagram, on your butt, whatever. Last but not least, as always, guys, if you'd like to pitch a few dollars our way, we do have a Patreon account over at patreon.com/BottleRocketGaming. I definitely encourage you to head over that way and check it out. Again, it's a very simple and easy way to pitch us a few dollars, help us out here. This really helps us out because we do giveaways, we do help out with other people so they can play games with us, etc. And it's a very, very nice gesture, and we do appreciate it in advance. So thank you again. And thank you to everybody here tonight, guys. It is always a pleasure and a treat to have lots of people on. We can actually all jabber about on wonderful, fun things. Kirok, I of course will see you next week without a doubt.
Yeah.
Nacho, like I said, we're gonna get you on a little more often here because I like to get
sir.
Try to unsnaggle this esports thing that is giving me a fucking headache because I really want to understand the leagues and understand who's what and hot, but I just don't know whose Instagram to follow. So. I'm lost at this point. And of course, thank you so very much, you guys. It's been very, very curious to see you guys rocket the way you have in the Twitch world, and we're very curious to see where things go for you. So we'll stay tuned to see what happens. But thank you again for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys.
And of course, guys, thank you all for watching tonight, and we will catch you next week. Bye for now.
Bye everyone.
Yeah.